I know some of us have been missing the sample Sunday, and I'm one of those included. The thing is, I don't have any samples right now to do sample Sunday videos, but occasionally it happens to me that I come across a whiskey that's on my bar that I haven't touched in a while, maybe a month or two or three. And a couple of weeks ago, I was looking for something to pour and stumbled upon this 40 Creek Victory, which is a Canadian whiskey bottled at 43% alcohol by volume. It's also celebrating some battle that happened on the site of the distillery at the 40 Creek. Um, and apparently they were victorious, so they named it after victory. Um, yeah, I stumble across a bottle every now and then that I tried, and it was okay, but nothing special to write home about. This one was just like that when I first opened it. I'm going, did I waste my money? But then, after a few months, sometimes it has an opportunity to oxidize and open up. And I was tasting something much more open and much more interesting after 4 months. So I decided to make a video about that and let you know what my impressions are now after this has been open for 4 months, and 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 let you know. I will pour myself a quick-sized dram, and I'm planning not quite a quick-sized dram. I'm planning on making 5 videos tonight, so when I get towards the end at the cask strength stuff, I might be uh, a little wobbly. I do have a tall glass of water, as always. Tall glass of cold water. And here is my 40 Creek Victory. Let's see. Oh, that comes right down. Tiny little droplets remain, little trails remain as they come down. Now, right away, I get a lot of corn sweetness. Immediately. Corn. It's got a little bit of a maple syrup kind of note, but I'm sure that the maple syrup doesn't come from the corn. I think the maple syrup comes from the barrels or casks that were used. Naturally, I don't do much research, so I just taste it and give you my impressions. But nosing it, a lot of corn sweetness, corn husks, some caramel, and there's a little bit of it's almost a bitterness, bittersweet maple syrup kind of thing going on, besides the corn and the corn husks. Some caramel, but there's also that bitter tint to it. No other way that I can describe that on the nose. Corn sweetness, corn husks, that's mostly it. A little bit of caramel. If there's any vanilla, it's hidden underneath that corn sweetness. So that's the nose. And a maple syrup kind of thing too. And it smells viscous. But the viscosity doesn't stick to the sides of the glass. It just kind of sheets right down. Not that fast though. It comes down. It comes down. It oozes right down in one great big sheet, leaving droplets. And there are some secondary legs there. I see a few. Oh. I think I gave you all I got from the nose. Let's go for the palate. Right away, I'm getting a nuttiness. A nuttiness that reminds me of walnuts. And then when I swallow, after I swallow, the walnuts are still there. They are coating the sides of my mouth. They're coating my palate all over. Getting a bit of a hug in the throat. And a lot of maple. If I was to describe what this tastes like, it tastes like a flavor of ice cream that I was very much liking around the age of 7 or 8, and I couldn't get enough of the stuff. It was a maple walnut ice cream, and that's exactly what this tastes like. And that is after 4.5 months, or 4 months for all intents and purposes, in an open bottle. It's quite sweet. It's nutty. It's that walnut. And the maple syrup thing that I was getting on the nose is also there on the palate. But I would say that it's much stronger on the palate. This thing hangs on for a while, and it coats the mouth for quite a while. It's got a lengthier than average finish. I have not tried this year's, I think it's called the Resolve, the 2020 release of 40 Creek special tall bottles like this. This is the 1919 release. Lot number 013, bottle number 11,809 at 750 mils and 43% alcohol by volume. What did it cost me? I mentioned that in the original video when I opened the bottle. I forget how much. I don't keep my bills of sale after the initial opening of the bottle. Anyway, this is a nice way to wet my whistle, get started for the night. And here's to having Sunday videos back. Cheers.
Foodquig.
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 Yeah.